Here we go. Phase 1 and the workout fundamentals of the booty building challenge. Now, what you'll come to find with the training protocols that I've set in place for you is that there's a lot of recovery and rest time. And this is extremely strategic because the type of training that I'm going to be giving you is also known as reverse training or reverse pyramid training. It pairs extremely well with recovery dieting. Reverse pyramid training is essentially when a traditional training load that you'll see in the gym is typically when you'll let's just say you're doing bicep curls, you're lifting maybe 50% of your weight that you can lift for 5 reps, and then you put more weight on, and then you can now go for another 5 or 6, then you put more weight on, and then you go for another 5 or 6 until you can't lift anymore. Reverse pyramid training is we flip that the other way. So we start off with a really high heavy weight first and then bring it downwards. I found that this is extremely powerful at building muscle, and it shortens the workout loads, allows you to have more days recovery between workouts, and it's just perfect for a lifestyle of working out rather than personal trainers trying to convert you to work out 5 times a week, overtraining, especially the way that muscles are developed. Muscles are specifically developed in a really specific rep range when you're training for strength. That's where you get the really aesthetic looks. So this rep range, it varies from online influencer to online influencer, but they'll typically range from anywhere between about 5 reps to 15. And that's a really big ballpark, just because certain muscle groups do really well towards like the 12 to 15 rep range when you're training for strength. Some muscle groups do really well for the 5 to 8 rep ranges when you're training for strength. So it's a bit broad, but that's why I've highly and hyper specifically tailored the first phase of your program to be very overall well-rounded, to develop your body to be ready to transform once you're in phase 2. So for the first 4 weeks, we're building up exceptional body mobility and strength to be then able to power your personal best performances week in, week out. On top of that, so personal best performances, it pairs extremely well with reverse pyramid training. Personal best performances, you may have heard the concept prior as progressive overload. Progressive overload is just a fancy word for working out harder than you did in your previous workout. And we measure that by working out in terms of personal bests. So let's just say last week you did hip thrusts for 12 reps at a really specific weight. So let's just say 50 kilos. This week we're going to be gunning for 13 reps at 50 kilos. And then next week you're going to be gunning for 14 reps at 50 kilos. And then the week after you're going to be gunning for 15 at 50 kilos. And once you hit a very like a top performance rep range for strength, then we add more weight that will only allow you to build up to 12 reps in that rep range. So this allows every single week, we're either adding a rep or we're adding weight. Adding a rep or adding weight. It's a really great way to track personal best performances. And like I said, because we're doing reverse pyramid training and we're adding like personal best training protocols on top of this, you only have to do 2 sets per exercise per day. And I might only have you doing proper booty strength exercises on 2 days out of the week, and then maybe an isolation exercise middle of the week, just to keep that the muscle fibers breaking down and repairing. But yeah, this is a really, really comfortable and sustainable workout plan that's going to get you results consistently over time. And because we're gunning for personal best performances week in, week out, at a low rep range, but at a high performance rep range, you're going to see results very fast. And I'm so excited. It took me, like, I've been doing like sports quite heavily throughout my entire life. It took me until I was about 25 until I learned about these concepts. If I'd learned about these concepts in terms of muscle development and training as a teenager, I can't imagine what my performances would have been like on the footy field, on the athletics track. I come from that kind of a background, so these concepts here, I don't want you to overthink them either. They're quite simple, quite basic. I've got a little bit of a breakdown here on the web page, so if you scroll down a little bit, it talks in depth more so about reverse pyramid training. Also on this page, you'll see just a little bit of a breakdown of the objectives that I have for you. So this first 4 weeks, it's really getting the fundamentals and nailing everything down in terms of enjoying the diet, getting a routine, having great lifting form, and identifying what are your baselines for building upon to get personal best results. As you'll see here, we're just doing 3 exercises, 3 workouts per week. Monday is going to be booty leg day. Wednesday is going to be chest, triceps, shoulders, and a booty isolation day. Friday is going to be back, biceps, and booty day. Give you plenty of time between A and C, so we get to get you the body shape that you're after, as well as developing overall core and strength. Core, I've dived deep into like cardio and core, into the cardio and core signature exercise here, so give that a read. It's extremely powerful. Essentially, we're having you doing active rest, so building up to 10,000 steps per day. It doesn't have to be, I know you're quite busy. Let's just start off with 30 minutes of walking per day on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. On the Saturday, I've got an optional, your choice. Some people love to do yoga, some people love to do Pilates, some people love to do HIIT training. This is when I'll recommend you adding just another exercise to your weekly routine. And some people just want an extra rest day, which I'm all about as well. So read through the page as you go through here. On this table of contents, you can actually click here. This will all be added into the BBC app, so you don't have to dive into here on the page specifically if you don't want to. It's just for those who want a little bit of extra reading. What I might do, let's go back to the working fundamentals page. So by now, by being on this page, phase 1, we've actually read through workout fundamentals. What I just really want to touch base on and go back to is the 80-20 rule. And the 80-20 rule, if you haven't read through this document, it really stems from 80% of your results in life, in the gym, in your body transformation, are going to come from 20% of high priority actions. So of those 20% of high priority actions, things like supplementation is not going to be on the high priority actions that get you the majority of your results. I've come up with 4 priority actions that you're going to be focusing on throughout this entire challenge. We're going to master these 4 steps, these 4 habits, and that's going to get you long-term, amazing, successful results. Not only in your body, in your diet, in your workouts, but in your overall lifestyle, which you'll be able to transfer and translate into other areas of your life and those around you. So number 1 highest priority is determining powerful reasons to succeed. So that is in the exercise number 3 of your prep week. So jump back in and do prep week if you haven't done that yet. Number 2, determining your specific body composition goals, muscle versus fat. So this is where we dive deep into your meal plan, which you'll see in the meal plan module, and which I'll be creating based on your answers in the second activity of your prep week. So complete that survey, please, the induction survey. Number 3 is your strategic muscle growth and rest routines. So this is you gunning for personal bests. So this is 100% a high priority action. We're working out 3 days a week. And the 4th priority is learning how to edit your journey so it's more fun and enjoyable. So therefore, you'll be more consistent, because consistency over time is what's going to get you results. It's one thing to be, this, I don't have to dive into it too much, but it's one thing to be disciplined for 1 or 2 months, 1 or 2 weeks. It's another thing entirely to be disciplined for 1 to 2 years on your own without the help of a one-on-one coach. So that's what we're aiming for, long-term success. I'm going to build up those habits over the next few months. And this is the challenge. Like, don't get me wrong, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a bit of a laugh, but you've signed up. This is the challenge to build up long-term habits that are going to build upon your quality of life and success and self-confidence in the long term, not only just the short term. So get on board. If you haven't completed prep week, go back and complete prep week. Another thing just to touch upon in terms of the phases. Phase 1, typically what I like to do is to have similar. The first couple of weeks of your programs are probably going to be similar to those around you in the course. And then I'm going to refine them based on the exercise that you're progressing in, what you're finding easy, what you're finding hard, what you have available to you in terms of equipment, what your daily and weekly routines are. Some people are really busy with work and studies. Some people are really busy with family. Some people are doing a bit of both, a bit of everything. I just want you to nail down these exercises that I have in store for you on your Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then we're going to be branching off them pretty quickly. What you'll get, I'll be refining and editing them, your workouts that I'll be giving you via the BBC app every 2 weeks. And then obviously through the one-on-one messaging and our check-in calls, the check-in surveys, lots of communication. You're going to get sick of me by the time we get through this. I'll be refining things as we go, day by day, week by week, especially if you're like traveling as well, or if you've got an extraordinary event. Maybe you're going away for a wedding or something for a half week in Tasmania or something. You're traveling interstate for whatever reason, for work or something, and you just need a bit of a variation in your workout plans. Give me at least, if you can, 1 to 2 days notice, and I'll refine your program for you and upload it into the BBC app. So fantastic. I'll dive really quickly as well into phase 2 while we're here. Have I got that already up? Yeah, phase 2. You'll be there's not going to be much content here because it's going to be primarily based on the BBC app, your personal app. So it's mainly just going to be like, okay, phase 2 is the transforming your body phase. Phase 3 is loving the habits, loving your new lifestyle so you can get long-term results. So you're not going to see as much content here because it's all going to be one-on-one tailored to you in your app. So yeah, really excited. The completing, you don't have access to this yet because you haven't completed. You don't have access to phase 3 yet. You haven't completed phase 2. And the signature core and abs, go read that. That's a really cool module that I created. So anything else? Let me have a quick look. Read through this document when you get a chance. And yeah, excited to have you on board. Let's get the show on the road. Make sure you complete all your prep week, and get excited for the next start of the program, the next 4 weeks. Shoot through any questions you have on the Facebook group or on the app, and let's get the show on the road. Let's get it.